Welcome to a new video lesson. In today's lesson, I will analyze a part of The Good Person of Szechwan by Bertolt Brecht. So, let's begin. Today, we will discuss about the third interlude of The Good Person of Szechwan. As I have said in my last class also, that this interlude or the interludes acts as a commentary. Also the characters acts as a commentary and helps the readers or the audience to know more about the things which is not stated within a play or not stated within the action. Besides, it helps the readers or the audiences remember what has happened before. Okay, so for the audience, it was unknown that Shente is Shweta, that Shente is taking the mask and appearing as Shweta. Okay, so this information, this hidden truth is going to be revealed for the audience or the readers in this section. So the interlude is an integrated part of the play, which helps in unknotting the mysteries that might be present within the reader's mind. For example, if it was not told by me that Shente is Shweta, it would have been difficult for you people to know, right? How come Shweta came here and everything, all this, right? So what we see here is that this thing is clearly stated for the audience, clear, or the readers who are reading without any assistance. So the interlude starts in front of the curtain. Okay, in front of the curtain it starts. The stage direction shows that Shente enters carrying Shweta's mask and costume and sings the song of the defenselessness of the good and the gods. Let's talk about the stage direction first. So what we see here is that Shente is entering the stage and she holds Shweta's mask in her hands. She is carrying Shweta's mask along with the costume of Shweta. As we all know, Shweta is the cousin or the male cousin of Shente, as it has been projected. She has projected the ruthlessness or the masculine identity in order to control the society, in order to control the people who are there to loot him or take advantage of, loot her or to take advantage of her, right? So the masculine identity is there in the capitalist mindset in order to save Shente from any kind of problem. Okay, so this is for the first time that the audience or the reader comes to know that they are the same person. Okay, their same person is known through this. Okay, how? Because the readers or the audience mainly are not assisted anywhere or not assisted by anyone, right, in understanding or in saying that both are same. Before this no one has said or nothing has been mentioned to show that these two people are same. But so this is kind of a revelation. Okay, this kind of a revelation which helps the audience to understand the plot movement. How? Because in the previous instance, in the previous scene, what we have seen, that we saw that Yang San's mother, Mrs. Yang, came along in order to get money so that the job of Sun could be secured with 500 silver dollars, out of which she has got 200 silver dollars from Shente, which was generously given by Shente out of love, out of compassion, out of her feeling for Shente and for the benefit of his career, feeling for Sun and benefit for his career, right? But the thing that is happening here is that they are actually here to get the benefit out of her. They are taking advantage out of Shente's goodness. Her simplicity is exploited from the people who are surrounding him. Or what we see here is that Shente needs to look into the matter, look into all the factors that are surrounding her. So, in order to critically analyze the situation and to judge whether that person seriously likes or loves her, or that family is willing to get involved with Shente, that needs to be critically analyzed. It is a notion, it is a tradition, or it is a way of society where society try to fool the women, or even they have a mindset that women could easily be cheated. Even today, women are thought to be easy target, okay, of cheating. Some people might disagree with that. There are exceptions, obviously there are exceptions, but in most cases, Pan-Clausian and people like Shente, or simple people like Shente, who are optimistic throughout everything, optimistic about everything. Not only just optimistic, unrealistically optimistic about everything, they are easily cheated in this world. But in comparison, when the same person takes the garb, takes the mask, takes the puts on the costume of a man, they are not able to cheat him. And also what we see, that the disguise gives the same person who was Pan-Clausian in the previous instance, who was stupid and who could easily be guiled, that person could easily return back the favor of guile to that person, to the other people. Okay, so it is a kind of mental setup, a mentality for people where they try to make women an easy target. Okay, so this is seen through these instances. So another thing that is happening here is that the complexity of the mystery of Shente Shweta is revealed for the audience, so that they know what actually is happening, how a woman can easily deal with the society by taking on the mask, though it is a bit difficult in today's times, but it is not that much difficult also. Okay, so as you can easily see, there are several males who easily dress up as women, and also there are women who dress up as male in for fun acts in different apps. Okay, so whatever, so and they try to fool people out of for making fun, but whatever, they actually take on the disguise, right, to fool people, to make the reality be hidden, to make the reality hidden and appear the unrealistic thing to be the clear or the real one, whatever. So what we see here is that Shente is entering with the costume, and the audience is coming to know that Shweta and Shente are the same person, and the songs are important. The name of the songs are very, very important. Okay, so Shente is entering. We have talked about the songs in previous lectures. You can hear them also. There is a mention of all kinds of songs or music that has been used and how it has been incorporated. So the song that she is singing is Song of the Defenselessness of the Good and the Gods. So the goods and the gods are kept at single par, they are in at the same level, and what we see here is that they are supposed to be the most powerful ones, right? Gods are supposed to be the most powerful ones, but in this situation what we see that the gods are the one who are defenseless. Besides, God is equals to good. Gods are supposed to be good. They are, obviously they are. But here good refers to not only God but also the good human beings, the good portion of the title. Okay, so the defenseless condition, the defenseless situation of the good of the God is shown here, clear, through the poem. And the poem starts, Shente says, in our country the capable man needs luck. Only it think with or compare it with your own reality, with your current reality. You will be able to consider all the things in a perfect way. Okay, so what it says, in our country the capable man needs luck. Only if he has mighty backers can he prove his capacity. The good have no means of helping themselves, and the gods are powerless. Very true for the modern world. Okay, what the line says is important and true as a fact, but what is left unsaid between the lines is much more important. Why? I am saying, I will be explaining the lines. What does the line say? In our country the capable man needs luck. Okay, so if you are a capable man, if you have all the qualities and everything, in spite of having those things, you need luck to survive. Clear? For example, Shente is a capable person, or anyone who is a capable person, she or he would need luck to survive. Okay, only if he has mighty backers can he prove his capacity. So if that person has mighty backers, for example Shente, if she did not have Shweta, she won't be able to support or prove her own capacity, right? So what we see here is that in today's world also the capable people needs luck, and the and he needs mighty backers to support him or her, whoever the capable person is, in order to prove his worth, in order to prove his capacity. Understood? So what we see here is that in spite of being capable, you need to have mighty backers who will be helping you from behind. In case of Shente, it is Shweta and the gods. The good have no means of helping themselves, and the gods are powerless. So in this modern world, in this modern society, what we see here is that it is completely opposite to the Aristotelian drama, where God would come to save people, there would be poetic justice and everything. God would be coming through Deus ex machina and helping the distressed and solving all the situation. But what we see here is that in modern realistic plays, what we see, or the social plays, we see that the good people have no means of helping themselves. All the ways are closed by evil men, and in this case gods are also powerless to protect or to help the good person to survive. Clear? So what we see here is that we get a very truthful test of the modern world. What the line says is very important, is very clearly depicting the society, but what is left unsaid between the lines is much more important, is much more clear. What are those? Those things are, so if a capable man needs luck, the writer is trying to say that the incapable man already has his luck with him, and here the capable needs the backing of to prove his quality or capacity, because the incapables already have mighty backers for themselves, who will put them into several positions even without their capacity to sit there. Understood? Consider these things with your own experience, or hard experience, or directly faced experiences. So if a capable man needs luck to survive, the incapable man already has the luck. How? Because he would be lucky enough to be backed by people. So capable man needs backup, because incapable people already have mighty backers to put them into several positions. If you consider for jobs, right, there will be people who do not have the capability, who do not have any kind of quality, but they will be getting the job. You will see such complaints almost in every places, right? So what is it all about? Because the incapable people have the most important thing that the capables don't, that is the backing of powerful people, okay, which will position them, which will give them several positions even without their capacity, or even without the quality of sitting there. Clear? So she is going on to say, so why can't the gods launch a great operation with bombers and battleship, tanks and destroyers, and rescue the good by a ruthless invasion? So what we see here is that the god, she is asking that the good people needs to be taken care of. They need to be rescued by the God. So why don't gods uh, start an invasion, ruthless invasion, in order to destroy everything that is harming the good? Then maybe the wicked would cease to annoy us. If God does that, then what we will find? We will find that if God does that, then we will find that this person or the good people will be able to survive. Okay, so what we see here is that there is a several condition laid upon for the existence of the good people, and these several conditions, within these several conditions, what we see here is that these people are not only doing anything, these people are not only needing backup, but what we find here is that they needs to be rescued from the evils of the society. Okay, so they are the defenseless. They needs to be defended, they needs to be protected. The good portion of the title needs to be protected. Not only Shente, but in general everyone. Clear? Shente puts on Shweta's costume and takes a few steps in his way of walking. So, for being existent, for being for surviving in this society, the backing is coming from Shweta. Okay, in order to survive in this society, Shente has to have the backing of Shweta. Okay, so what we find here is that this kind of power is already within that person, right? As Shweta and Shente are the same person, this kind of power is already within that person, but the society is always after the face, is always after the appearance. If they see a woman, they will give furtive looks and everything. Even if a man is there in a woman's costume, he has shaved and appeared in a women's attire, the strangers would give her furtive looks. This is the nature of appearance. So the appearance versus reality is coming place. Okay, so in society, appearance sells much more than reality. Clear? If most people who do not have their capacity, to express themselves, who do not have the capacity which will be considered qualifying for good position, they will appear or they will showcase themselves in such way where they would appear as if they are the best. Okay, they would appear as if they are the most important and the most polished and the most knowing person. Okay, ওই যে বলে না ফাঁকা কলসি বাজে বেশি, ঠিক আছে, that is what is happening. Empty vessel sounds much, makes more noise. Okay, that is what is happening. The people who do not have any quality inside always try to project, though I am not talking about Shente over here but or Shweta over here, but in comparison I am telling that Shente and Shweta, as they are the same person, so what we see that the things that are done by Shweta, the same thing could have been done by Shente, but as she is a woman, as there are notions, there are beliefs which are rooted into the people mind, and also she has a image, she has an image to keep, she has an image which is still there, and because of that she cannot do anything like Shweta. Okay, the good in way of walking, the good cannot remain good for long in our country. So for good to remain, there should be the demand of good, right? In order that the good should be in vogue, in order for good to be present in society, there should be demand of it in the country. If becoming bad is the most important or the trendiest thing in the society, then that would be the easiest thing that people will do. Okay, so when cupboards are bare, housewives start to squabble. Oh, the divine commandments are not much use against hunger. So what we see here is that the principles of society is such that the gods are not coming to help people who are hunger stricken, who are in problem. So why can't the gods share out what they have created, come down and distribute the bounties of nature, and allow us, once hunger and thirst have been sated, to mix with each other in friendship and pleasure? So why is not becoming a socialist, right? This his Brecht Marxian socialist beliefs are expressed through these lines. Okay, so as everyone is created by God and everyone is created equally, so everyone has equal rights on the elements of nature, so it should be distributed equally among all. That is what is questioned. So why it is not done? Why the idea, why it is not done, why it is not easily expressed, or why all things are not easily distributed, is questioned by society. There are always haves and have nots. Socialist tradition is very hard to achieve. Socialist city or country or anything, world, would be very, very hard to achieve. Equal distribution of everything would not be easily possible, but the question, it is whether it is possible or not, is not our question. But what we see here is that his social beliefs, his Marxian socialist belief, is being expressed through this, through Shente's song. Okay, she dons Shweta's mask and sings in his voice. Okay, in order to win one's midday meal, one needs the toughness which elsewhere builds empires. So see the irony. You need toughness to build empire, right? But here, in order to survive a day, in order to survive one midday meal, not through school, one midday meal, in order to survive that, in order to attain that, in order to get that, that person needs to be tough. So see what the society has come to. The toughness or the masculine force or anything which is linked with power, which could build an empire, is used for just getting a day, a meal of a day. Okay, except 12 others be trampled down, the unfortunate cannot be helped. So in order to get yourself up, what we see that except 12 others will be trampled down. In order to get anything, in order to attain that, in order to get what you don't have, 12 others unfortunate people will be trampled down. They will have to face the brutality. And what Shweta is saying? Shweta is saying the unfortunate cannot be helped. So see the duplicity, not the duplicity, the duality, it can be said. Okay, the duality of the society is presented, where Shente is for the socialist order of the world, where everything will be equally distributed, all the resources of the nature or the elements of nature will be distributed equally. Why not gods distributing it equally? But when we are seeing the voice through the appearance, that is through Shweta, what we are seeing here is that he has turned into, or Shente has turned into a capitalist mindset. Okay, where he says that, where Shweta says that in order to help the unfortunate, several others who are exploiting him needs to be brought down. And what we see that this society is going in this capitalist mode, where the people who have supported or held the reins of capitalism, or who had been the base of capitalism, the workers, the laborers, the migrant workers, are being left to their own ways. They are not being thought of, they are not being called of, they are not being taken care of. They are treated like animals. Okay, they are treated as if they do not hold a position here. They are being trampled down. Several migrant skilled workers have died on their journey, as you have seen now, right? So in order to survive, in order to get to their home, in order to reach their home, they have died. Who will take things, who will talk about things, who will be considering their plight? I guess no one. Maybe so, because this is the capitalist way of thinking. Okay, that is what is happening, that 12 others could be trampled down. Several weakest sections of the society will be trampled down, will be destroyed, but the unfortunate could not be held. Rightly so, they are not held. They could not be held here, as they are not being able to come down, they are not being able to do anything. If anyone goes to help them, that person will also fall into that ditch. Okay, so why can't the gods make a simple decision that goodness must conquer in spite of its weakness? So there should be a rule, there should be a simple thing, simple equation, where the god should take the decision, where the goodness must conquer in spite of his weakness. So what we see here is that the good person, or the quality good, is actually weak, because it does not know the shrewdness of the society. Okay, so God should make a decision in order to save its own society, by saying that, by making a law, by taking a simple decision that in spite of its weakness, goodness will be able to conquer the whole world. It is not done in this world. The weak, the good are always trampled down, they are always destroyed, whereas who boast of being the most powerful take the position of by promising of doing so many things, but ultimately he or she does not do that. Then back up the good with an armored division, command it to fire and not tolerate meekness. So the good should be armored, the good people should be backed up, they should be helped to take the reins in their own hands and to give away their weakness, give away their gentleness in order to survive. Though the question are for the gods, but are they really? Okay, so these questions are for the god. Okay, but are they really the questions for the god? It is actually giving a reflection of the society. It is showing a mirror to the society, and it is being presented in front of the people. In modern world, there is no Deus ex machina. Okay, no god will come down to help you, because it is a realistic play. It shows the reality, the real condition of the people. So no god will come down to you in order to help yourself. You have to help yourself only. So the decisions are to be taken by the people only. They should help the good but weak people. They should trust the good people instead of supporting the advantageous people who take advantage, or people who boast of being good, who boast of being the powerful, or who boast of supporting you, but who are actually in order to support themselves and take benefit from your take benefit from your pocket, from your existence, in order to keep themselves in highest position. So it is time for you people, it is time for the citizens of the whole world to give power to the good in order to survive themselves and in order to survive the goodness in the society. No god will come to help you. Okay, so the decision should be given or taken by the people of the country, of a city, of a state, or whatever, of the world at large, to give power to the good people, not to any kind of gunda or rioteer or any kind of blackmailer or everything, or any kind of criminal. Okay, so what we see here is that goodness should be expressed and goodness should be protected and goodness should be given the power. In this interlude actually, between scene 4 and scene 5, Shente sings directly to the audience, which is a song of defenselessness of the good and the gods, which is sung as the character of Shente and her alter ego Shweta. Okay, in this song, Shente deliberately changes into her cousin Shweta so that the audience can see that they are the same person. And the song is sung directly to the audience to make them question their own personal views on whether it is possible to remain good when everything else about them is bad. Okay, another alienation effect that features strongly in the good person of Szechwan is the use of mask. This was a Chinese custom that was widely used in Chinese theatre. Shente used mask to take on the person of the ruthless cousin Shweta in order to back herself up, in order to survive in the society. Okay, so the simple decision of the good ruling or conquering the world in spite of their weakness is not taken, so long the good needs luck and the backing of the powerful. Okay, that is what is presented through this interlude. This is one of the most important interludes throughout this play. Okay, thank you for listening.